So, what types of guys should girls avoid in college?
Whoa!
What up, y'all? Josh and EC here once again with another quality video. As you all can tell, we have a special guest, a highly requested Miss Maya is in the building. And as you can tell from the title, we are answering some widely popular questions about what college has in store.
For those who are new to our channel and might just be an OG quality crew member and have no idea who this is my niece. Slash our niece, because you know Josh is a part of the family and whatever. Now she came to visit us for the summer, so we're excited to have her, and you guys have been asking for content with her ever since y'all saw our recent vlog picking her up. We asked her to ask
My
college friends
Instagram.
questions that they wanted to basically ask us. I told her that like nothing's off limits. They can ask us anything, or she can ask us anything. So
we will try our best to give as good advice as we can.
Yeah.
We are not professionals in the college department, but we have.
What you mean? We went through, we graduated.
College.
I'm a professional.
You're a professional?
Absolutely.
All right, so we have one professional college student.
Like, I feel like anybody that goes through it.
Yeah, you got a little insight.
Yeah, you're a little expert. Absolutely.
We're gonna drop as many gems as possible.
And please don't hesitate to comment below if you guys want to build off our responses, or you want to answer one of the questions yourself that you think will be helpful for future college students watching and whatnot. That would be great.
So, without being too long-winded, let's go ahead and get into this video.
Okay, EC and Josh, my first question is, how do you manage school, romance, and a social life?
For us, it was kind of different because our romance was a part of our social life. So we didn't necessarily have to juggle all three, but we did have to juggle school, sports, and social life.
Yeah.
I think it's basically a day-to-day priority list that we kind of made up in our heads of like, what is imperative to be done now? What can be done later?
Right. School always comes first, I would say.
I would say put that first.
And if you're going to do like a hierarchy for school, romance, social life, yeah, school always comes first. Get that done. But you're really smart, so I know you have that.
You got that.
But yeah, for future college students as well, like school comes before the romance and all that stuff. Like your partner should be understanding in that sense too. I feel like that's kind of important. We both understood, like we're both student athletes. We knew that there was practice that was going to take a lot of hours, and schoolwork and papers that was going to take a lot of hours, and neither one of us sweated each other getting that work done. So I feel like with managing that, one thing is to make sure your partner is on the same page about
Where
the
you guys
grind.
going,
Like,
yeah.
what you want out of life, where you're going and stuff like that.
Normally what I did with like papers or assignments, most times college assignments are going to be papers. When I hear that a paper is coming, whether it be like 7 pages, 8 pages, whatever, I break it down into like days. How much can I do per day to get to where I need to, so that way I'm not cramming at the end.
You're smart.
And I can still...
I crammed.
Yeah, I mean cramming, like to be honest, I'm not going to say I'm not guilty of cramming, because I definitely did, especially when like, you know, the week is popping, stuff just seems to be happening, you just kind of living life, right? But if I can plan it more accordingly, if I'm like, okay, I have an 8-page paper due in 2 weeks, let me do like a page a day. And sometimes you catch yourself in a riff, and so like you'll do a Chicago, gotta love
Disrespect.
But sometimes you catch yourself in a riff where like you said you're only gonna type a page, but you're just in a rhythm. You end up typing 2 or 3 pages and you get ahead. But that's like the easiest way to stay on top of things. Don't wait till the last minute, otherwise things are just gonna start compounding themselves.
Facts.
On top of each other.
I took a time management class at my boarding school, because I went to boarding school, and the boarding school is college prep. And they said that in college they give you less homework, but you have more time.
Yeah, that's true.
So like, what do y'all think about a study hall built in every day?
A study?
Every day is unrealistic.
That's
I'm gonna tell you that.
unrealistic, okay.
Yeah, that's college. Like it's your freshman year. Your friends are gonna be spontaneous. Like y'all have a different level of freedom you've never had access to. So realistically, you know, you're gonna live.
You're gonna live.
But it wouldn't be bad, especially with you being in the honors program, to like have a designated maybe 2 to 3 days of like your study hall. Most of the time, the classes, it's really different from high school, because high school is like almost an 8-hour day. You have like lunch in between or whatever, but you're going class to class to class to class. Depending on what your college schedule is, you might not have a class one day, you know, like, because you might have like one class in the morning, and then you have a whole like afternoon break, and then one class in the evening. Like it just depends. It varies.
It definitely
it's pretty dope though, because that is true. We didn't have as much homework. You had way more time.
That's because high school, middle school, and all that stuff was busy work.
Busy
work. Like just busy every day. Whereas college are like, no, we want you to learn and then keep moving forward. And I will say with like the whole managing school and stuff like that, focus on your studies, but like take away something from it. I know people sometimes just like to get the assignment done,
turn
it in, walk away, and never think about it again. But like, try your best to retain some of the information because you can apply it to life.
Right. Okay, so my next question is, what's the best way to make new friends? A lot of people ask me this because there's like this group chat culture where it's like everybody has your group chat coming in before, and then some people are like, oh, I don't have friends yet. And I will say I have my group chat, but I also like to venture out. Like I don't. But I want some advice for how to venture out and make new friends.
Definitely joining different clubs. And it's interesting because you're going to an HBCU, so do you think there's a BSA, like a Black Student Association?
I think there's something for out of country Black students, like Caribbean, Africa. I think there's that.
That's dope. Well, any like just clubs, you said you like debate and stuff like that. I think that would be smart for you to do. And I like that you said like, yes, although I already have my group chat of friends, still branching out and not just locking yourself into the solid friend group. Like diversity in friendships, I think is important.
There's this one thing I've seen on YouTube for some doctor. I was just going down a rabbit hole, but he said in college the coolest thing to invest in is a doorstop, and then you can keep your door open and sort of like open up the environment, because when you have an open door it makes people feel more comfortable to like approach you, say hi, you know, in the hallways for at least like the first couple weeks if you're trying to be social, but
Do
you
you know
don't
if your
know how.
dorm, sorry to cut you off, is all girls? Or is it
Co-ed.
co-ed?
But I think it's single gender by floor.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so like leaving your door open kind of invites the opportunity for someone to be like, hey, what's up? I'm new here, you're new here too, kind of thing, so you guys can socialize.
I was gonna say though, I mean that is something I personally wouldn't have done. I'm not gonna just leave my door open for anybody. So I'm gonna give another suggestion of like that first week in particular, freshman orientation, like those different activities they have you do. That I feel like is like when you really get to. Because everybody's starting on like a level playing field. It's like, oh my gosh, we're all here for the first time. What are we about to do? How are you doing? Like, you know what I mean? Whereas like open door, you want your privacy. And some people might take that a little too.
Right.
They might take advantage of that in the sense of like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, oh, she has an open door.
Yeah,
Like
I guess it's probably a different perspective from
a man.
A man.
Yeah.
Just because, like, I mean, I did it, and most of the time it was just guys coming in, like, yo, you trying to play 2K, or like, you trying to kick it, whatever. It wasn't. I guess I didn't see it from the other side of like when girls leave their door open. If a guy like just walks in your room and starts trying to approach you, it's like, okay, I wish I didn't have that door open. But at the same time, yes, just getting involved, getting around.
Getting involved.
Don't be afraid to like have a conversation. Go to a party.
Yeah.
Like
100%.
Like talk
100%.
to people. I feel like sometimes people are like, I can't make friends, or I don't know how to make friends. The first step is just saying hi.
Hi, right? Yeah. Like what school did you go to? Like that first week, I think.
Yeah.
Is big.
And you'll make friends in class too.
Yeah, you're right.
Common struggles usually build friendships.
Yeah.
People wanted to know our majors.
Mine was hospitality and tourism, and I minored in leadership.
Mine was business management with a minor in marketing.
And mine is health services management. And just jumping off of that question about making new friends, what do y'all think about the group chats? Like the group chat culture? Because I feel like, I don't know if that was around when y'all went to college.
Oh, she tried it, but I was about to say it. Like, this is a new era. This is a new generation.
It's a new era, but I have a group chat still.
Prior to
going to college?
Not prior to going to college. We actually developed it the freshman year.
Right.
And that's right around when iPhone started doing the group chat and waiting for everybody to have group messages and stuff like that. But like, I feel like going into college now with the whole group chat thing, I feel like that's pretty cool. Just having like an already established friend base is like, okay, I can meet up with you and I don't feel like I'm totally lost.
Right. Even the access they have to Instagram, like DMs and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have
Honestly, that's a pretty good idea for making friends too, though. Kind of like search the school's profile like any other incoming freshman on social media, and then just reach out and be like, hey, you're going to the same school as me. Like,
yeah, y'all kind of have it lucky a little bit now that I'm thinking about it.
I never got to see anybody that came into my class.
Right, yeah.
It was all
I stepped foot on the campus, that's when I saw
Hi,
everybody.
hello, everybody.
Because if I would have saw you, honey.
Oh,
let me stop. But
You're in a relationship.
okay.
Some of these A&T guys are just not on their roll call page because it's really not given.
Oh, God.
Some are, but yeah, I'm sorry. So, what types of guys should girls avoid in college? Whoa!
Freshmen.
So many.
All freshmen.
All freshman guys. Okay.
All freshmen. Here's my thing.
be
Here's
honest,
my
he's not
philosophy
wrong.
on it,
He's
though.
kinda not
Here's
wrong.
my philosophy on it. It's every high school teenage boy's dream to go to college and be surrounded by a plethora of new faces, new opportunities, new girls, new everything. I personally haven't encountered a single male freshman that came in with the idea that they were like trying to lock it in real quick and just like settle down right in freshman.
And a lot of them little freshman boys have girls back home.
Yeah, they're still shaking
like that
loose
little
their
love.
past.
Yes. like freshman boys.
It get real iffy with the freshman crowd.
The sophomores too.
Low key.
The
sophomores like
they're
I feel like
teeter-totter.
it's a teeter-totter with freshmen is for sure like it's probably not the move. Sophomores you might get a handful that's like, all right, I've seen what freshman year had to. But the pandemic, you're also going into an interesting situation where a lot of freshmen didn't get that college
freshman
experience.
year, so now it's doubled up.
Woo!
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be a pretty interesting time at college now that everything's sort of opening back up, and now there's like a bunch of classes coming back.
100%.
So I'd just say, just be on your guard. The college phase is where a lot of boys start that journey of becoming men. They didn't come in as men, so don't assume that they're coming in ready for this whole lockdown relationship thing. A lot of boys will be playing boyish games. So.
We'll have to learn.
Did you tell them, by the way, what school you're going to?
Oh, did I tell y'all? I'm going to North Carolina A&T. It's
Full ride scholarship. Don't pay it down. She don't gotta pay for school, and I'm so proud.
Yeah, but I want them to know that. Yeah, HBCU.
HBCU. Yeah, but so y'all said to watch out for the freshman guys. So are you saying that we should go for the upper class?
I'm saying y'all need to enjoy y'all's freshman year. Like, don't be really trying to go for anybody, to be honest. I think just like...
I think you gotta scope the playing field just like the guys want to scope the playing field. You gotta, like, don't be the prey, be the predator.
And don't be, I like that, don't be the prey. Because really, that is what girls kind of end up
and please don't take that out of context. Like, I know the word predator can be triggered.
No, like, even with high school, I heard about the fresh meat thing before I went to high school. You know, like, it's kind of the same energy, just... Yeah,
just older. And it gets more complex because now the boys are smarter with their games. God.
Yeah, I would also avoid, you said what type of guys to avoid. I would avoid the type of guys, one that seem to have a lot of female friends.
Yeah, they think they're so
like
cool.
a lot of female friends. At the end of the day, too, just pay attention to how guys move. Like, they tell on themselves with their actions. And don't just, like, write it off like, oh, maybe I'm reading too deep. If that female intuition is something that's really powerful that I feel like a lot of us girls ignore a lot of the times. Like, you will see the signs and red flags that somebody isn't all for you.
Yeah.
Pay attention to those and move accordingly.
And don't just necessarily search for hard, cold facts because those intuitions are usually blurry and it's like, I feel something and it feels like it's
but
off.
I can't confirm.
You just keep searching for the right answer. It's like, nah, your gut was telling you pretty much everything you needed to know.
100%. I also would say I would avoid the guys that don't take their academics seriously. Realistically, there is a lot of people in college who really are just there for more so the college experience than the actual education aspect, like the drinking and smoking all day, every day. Avoid those guys at all costs. They're nothing but dead weight.
Dead weight,
Yeah, you really want somebody that's like actually focused on their future, invested in their future, because that's what you want for yours.
Yeah.
So you want somebody equally yours.
Yeah.
What types of guys should girls not overlook in college? Because I know y'all had a story where you could easily overlook Josh.
I did overlook him for a little bit. You know what was really crazy and really sad, actually? I think one of the things that I really overlooked about Josh for a long time was like, I'm like, oh, he's such a nice guy.
Yes, we always say
it's
that.
It's so bad, though, because I think we're almost used to the asshole energy. Where it's like when it's a really nice guy, it's like,
like the bad boy energy.
Yeah, because
don't overlook the nice.
Y'all want to be excited, but the exciting life is scary. It's a high risk,
high risk.
High risk dealing with guys that are the bad boys. Whereas if you find a nice guy,
a lame.
Ooh, if you're a real OG, you know that I did that video. Oh my gosh, 4 years ago when we were still in college.
Yeah.
I was gonna say also too, I think a lot of girls, myself included at that time, tend to overlook friends, like guy friends. Like we immediately put y'all in the friend zone so fast, but y'all were the same ones giving us advice about like not getting played.
I will say it's the worst pet peeve in the world to get hit with like, you're gonna make a great husband one day from someone that you're interested in.
Right.
You're like, wow. So like if I'm all the things that would make a great husband in your eyes, why am I?
Don't overlook those guys.
Why am I in your presence?
Is dating during your freshman year of college worth it? Why or why not?
Hell no.
He said no. Everyone says no.
Look, again, you're going into a new environment. Why would you lock yourself down to like your first experiences on the open world right when you get there?
Like, what if you find your soulmate?
your freshman year. This boy, I promise you, no freshman boys are looking.
Yeah, they're not looking for soulmates. That is honestly,
you gotta let them get that out, because you gotta think y'all are entering as kids, but y'all gonna leave this institution as adults. These 4 years are very pinnacle. So
that freshman year,
you better enjoy that joint.
Freshman year is wild because there's a bunch of kids, some with strict parents, some with not strict parents. Everybody's just trying to figure out what freedom looks like with a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
It's not going to be pretty, especially if you get your heartstrings caught up. I've seen a lot of heartbreaks freshman year.
So what do y'all think about hookup culture versus like ring before spring schools?
What before what?
Okay, so there's...
Oh my God, what?
Okay, so there are some schools that are notoriously known for like hookup culture. So, for example, is like what's that school called? Rutgers, for example. It has a huge hookup culture at the school. It's a school in New Jersey.
Can you explain to me what hookup? Is hookup what I think?
Yes,
like hook all the way up, or just like
it doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's hooking up. It's just hooking up with people.
Okay.
And then ring before spring schools, for example, it's a school called Virginia Tech, where people get in these relationships and they literally get married, and that's like. It's like known at the school that's the type of school. I think my school is more of a hookup culture type of school. Like, what do y'all think about this?
Ring before spring.
Ring before spring.
What does spring mean?
So,
y'all already dating before.
Ring before spring schools versus hookup.
How many schools like that are there? Because I haven't heard that before.
To be honest, I personally thought that every college was a hookup culture.
Yeah, me too.
Ring before spring doesn't sound like any school that I've ever heard of.
Really?
I mean, honestly, I don't know.
What do y'all think of like the different cultures?
I would say to
like
each
of
their
a
own.
hookup culture. How do you think that makes like girls feel when they go to a school and they know like that's a culture?
Now, hookup culture could definitely affect women way more.
Yeah.
Because y'all tend to get your hearts involved and stuff, whereas guys would probably thrive in hookup culture because that's what they want anyway. So if you know that you're going to a school that's predominantly hookup culture, I'd say you definitely need to keep like a clink lock over your heart and protect your feelings.
Move real cautiously.
Right. That's all I have to do.
You gotta move like the wolf. You can't move like sheep. Like you have to like think dang near like the dogs that are thinking there too.
That's a doggone shame.
It's a shame. It's a shame. But like if you don't play the game, you will be played.
Yeah,
that's true.
But I don't think that. Okay, my only thing is I don't feel like just because it is a game being played doesn't mean you have to play it too. It can just mean that you know the code. Like you know what the game is. Yeah. But you don't have to move that same way.
Yeah, you don't have to
if that's not true to who you are, which I feel like we're pretty similar.
Yeah, it's not gonna work for me.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But just be very cautious with these other people because they are moving like that.
But also, like, you don't want to overcommit yourself. That's what I had to learn. You don't want to overcommit yourself.
Yes. Don't do that. Not especially if you're going into a brand new school with brand new people. Do not online meet somebody and lock yourself in and then go into the school because like you really don't know.
Right.
Your husband could have walked past your face and you wouldn't even know it because you already locked yourself up.
You'll be disappointed. How to manage mean girls / college drama in general, because I feel like college drama is different from high school, especially since you and I went to tiny high schools, we went to small high schools. I don't know about you.
I went to a very big high school, but I'm gonna respectfully back out of this because guy drama and girl drama is totally different. Guys,
y'all get over it fast.
We get over it fast. I mean, we've had conversations and fought. Been cool 2 hours later.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so mean girl
culture. So mean girls.
College drama in general. So I feel like in high school, you know, if you get into it like a physical fight, you know, you get suspended. In college, you're expelled. Like they don't play that.
Yeah, they don't.
No, they don't play no physical stuff.
You know what? My freshman year, I had a very mean girls drama-filled experience. How I ended up dealing with that is I got myself out the situation quickly. Like, AKA, I moved out the room, got my own dorm room to myself. Like, hopefully it doesn't have to get to that level of dramatics, but for me, any sight of drama, I love peace. I just love it. So any sight of drama, I just step away from the situation immediately. And I feel like I've learned as I've gotten older, it's no point of even like entertaining it. There's certain things that freshman year EC entertained with the Mean Girls group and stuff that I could have just like, you know, and might have avoided more drama building from it or adding more fuel to the fire. I feel like there's only so much people can do or say when you don't give them any ammo.
Mike Tyson actually said it, but he was like, whoever controls your emotions controls you.
So Mike Tyson said that. That's funny.
Yeah. Mike Tyson, he's a smarter man than what he puts on. I know he's a brute for beating people up, but he's actually got some knowledge up there. The moral of the story behind that is just when you're dealing with mean girls, they're looking to get a reaction.
Right, they want that.
So once they realize that, oh, this upsets you, or oh, this is like getting under your skin, they're gonna keep harping on that. But if you give them no time of the day,
what are they gonna do? They're just gonna move on to the next.
They're gonna move on to the next.
And I was gonna say, there's a lot of girls, unfortunately, that intentionally rile that type of stuff up, like over boys' attention, over trying to see like who's the baddest on campus. Like,
oh yes,
please
forget all of that.
That drama's for the birds.
Actually, let me give you all a scenario.
Okay.
So we're kind of talking about guys and girls, but like at my school, the ratio of guy to girls is it's uneven. So it's not like 50-50. It's like 60-40. So there's a lot more girls than guys. Let's say you're in a group, right? And both of you guys end up talking to the same guy. How would you handle that scenario? If it's a person that's not really like you're cool with, but y'all just run in the same group. You're not tight with them.
But y'all are in the same group though. Like y'all rolling the parties together, like lunch type thing. I think that probably deserves a conversation away from the group, just you and that other person, just so y'all can be on the same page. It doesn't have to be this whole because I think that if you don't confront the situation and both parties are on the same page, that's when the drama starts to hit the fan quickly. Whereas if it's established off rip, like, I see you kind of like him, I kind of do too, or like, you know, getting to know him, whatever.
Just don't be the one to fight over them.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah, I guess ultimately, I don't have an answer for like how the conversation should for sure go, other than you making it clear with the other girl, like, I don't want to have beef with you. Regardless of how this pans out, whether you end up with him or I do, just know, like, I don't want no beef with you. So let's stay on the same page with that and respect each other.
Honestly, though, like with the guys, like, the freshman year with the guys, I know this is a different perspective from girls' perspective. With the guys, we traveled in a group. You remember the group?
Yeah.
Like we traveled like 6-7 deep, all the time. And like, granted, you know, when you pulling up on other groups, lines cross. We have conversations to ourselves about, like, she was feeling you, she was feeling me too. Then you have to be like, I'm gonna back off. Somebody just said, like, look, you know what? I'm gonna back off because we not the type.
But I feel like it's similar though. Like she was saying, there's more girls than guys, so of course y'all gonna be like, I'm gonna back off because there's way more in the sea.
We're like,
whereas girls are kind of like, this is the only one. This is the only one.
I mean, that's kind of the story of life though. Women outnumber men in the world 5-1.
Exactly. So I'm saying it's easier for guys to be like, yeah, you can have her, bro. I'll move on to the next. That's just the world in general.
So would y'all be okay with sharing until he chooses?
I don't think it's a share type of thing. I said, I don't know, like, obviously the specifics, if the scenario even ever happens. All I know is it's important to establish, I don't ever want to have beef with you, and I want to maintain a level of respect with each other. However it pans out after that, whatever.
It's what the girl
can't really.
I also think that both parties should take into account that guy is definitely talking to both of you, and take that note of that.
Okay, well, I guess I was just assuming like it's his first week on campus type energy. I'm not thinking he's actively, heavily talking to both parties. It's like, you're getting to know him. That first week, both of y'all have like a connection or spark.
That makes sense.
Yeah, no. If it's deep and like you're literally no.
Please just walk away. That's what I was really thinking in my head. I'm like, just walk away. Okay.
No.
That makes sense.
Just that first interaction.
That makes sense. Like dibs kind of thing. Okay, I get you.
Methods for maintaining a healthy mental state during college. This is like the advice, because mental health is such a big topic, and I feel like, especially with the pandemic, like people had a lot of mental health issues struggling with the isolation. And I feel like we're going into college where, again, people were virtual, other people we didn't really have a senior year. Like, it's just gonna be interesting.
Yeah. For me, I guess we can answer this separate. For me, I would definitely say having alone time, learning when you need to tap out and just go to your room and just have that time for yourself. Because college is overwhelming. You're going to be exchanging a lot of energy with people every single day. And that's fun. It can be cool, but it can also be draining if you don't have a balance with that. The second thing I would say, the only time I really noticed my mental health deteriorating was finals. Always finals week. Because I waited so last minute though. Like procrastination, honestly, it's not the smartest move to do. So I think that Josh's advice earlier about like, if you have a paper that you know is due in 2 weeks, start like chipping away at it slowly but surely. That's something I wish I would have did differently instead of cramming it out 24 hours before it was due. Like, so. The
best thing that you can do for your mental health in college is more than likely, in terms of social life, don't take anything too seriously. Because like, you're going to run into people that are going to be your friends, you're going to run into people that be your foes, you're going to let people be who they are. So give people a lot of rope, and they can either choose to hang themselves or they can give you the rope back. In terms of schooling though, I think the best way to help your mental health is proper preparation.
Okay.
Planning ahead, understanding, like, I wasn't stressed during finals week because I had studied a month before up until finals. Whereas she waited till the week before, was like, finals, and I had to study for 7 different classes.
I cried every finals.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And granted, I helped her through it. Like, I was like, I'll sit here and, like, help her through it. But, like, I wasn't stressing over it because I was like, everything that I need to know, I've already studied.
Yeah.
So if you can get ahead of the game, that'll help your mental health so much. Having a paper done a week before it's due is the best feeling in the world.
Oh
it's
my God.
so good of a feeling. It's so slept on. But I always push due dates up when I hear like if it's like the 19th,
smart.
my due date is the 15th.
That's smart.
That's smart.
I think that is a smart move to do.
Because I don't want to be on the 17th like, oh, I haven't gotten revised. Because a lot of teachers, especially at our school, they'll let you take. We had a thing called the ARC. It was the reading center.
Right.
My freshman year, I utilized it every time I wrote a paper. You took it up to the ARC. They'll correct the grammar, spelling, help you with the plot theme, and it taught me how to become a proficient writer.
No wonder you're an A student.
And then I went back and I turned the papers, but I would do that because I had time. Like my due date was the 15th, it's due on the 19th. I'd have it done
you
the
had
15th.
4 days.
I had 4 days to revise it and
smart.
get it right before I turned it into the
That was
teacher.
smart. One other thing I would say too in terms of the mental health thing, which we didn't have to do because we were athletes, but I think it would have been beneficial if we weren't, is to work out.
Yes.
Oh,
It might not be every single day, but yeah, like just working out that mental clarity, because that's at least where I'm at now, not being an athlete. Working out just helps my mental health a lot.
Thank God for football, because I got to hit people when I was upset. So like,
I would say work out, definitely.
What about like self-care?
Oh, girl, you want to get into that? Okay, I think that, it might be cute to do with your friends, actually. Your girlfriend. Like the actual girlfriends. You don't have to do the full group, but like your actual girlfriends, when that's solidified, do self-care Sundays with each other. So face masks, do your nails together, like that type of stuff. That would be really cute, I think.
Oh, I love
I wish I had that in college. Yeah.
Self-care Sundays.
Yeah, I think that would be nice.
coming soon.
What about for you, Josh? Like, what did you do for self-care?
For self-care, I
Did
think,
anything at all?
nah, the only thing I did for self-care was either go to the gym in extra time and kind of blow off some steam, or I would like just get to myself and read books, because I was like a reader. I feel like my mental space came from like reading.
It's
like my little escape. So
What were you most nervous and excited about going into college? Remember you as a senior graduating from high school, about to go to college.
I think I was bittersweet. My parents, I love them to death. They were pretty strict in terms of like freedoms and stuff. So on that end of things, I was extremely excited to just get out in the world and like be on my own time. Like go to sleep when I want, get up when I want, whatever. But in that same breath, I spent a lot of time with my family, so being separated from them gave me a lot of anxiety. If I can be honest, I actually cried the week before leaving because it hit me that I was like, it's no longer family time. I'm really out there on my own, and I didn't have any friends. Luckily, when I got there, the football team was there, and so like we instantly started making friends, and I was like, okay, cool. Because at first I thought I was gonna be like
a loner.
I really didn't know. I was like, I don't venture out like that on my own necessarily. So like sports helped me find friends, whereas like you're not doing sports, so you're gonna have to get yourself invested.
But she's in that academic program.
Oh, okay. Yeah. See, like
I feel like a friend group based on social media.
The route you choose, you'll end up with the friends.
Yeah,
you will.
I think mine was similar too. It was like a bittersweet type of thing. I think the thing I was probably most nervous about was honestly being away from my mom.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like it terrified me a little bit. And actually the first almost 2 weekends of being at school, my mom came up there.
I heard that.
And that's kind of why I stayed pretty close to home. Like my mom's my best friend, so I didn't want to be in states away and like all of that stuff. So I was a little bit nervous about that for a while. It wasn't really like the friend thing because I knew I had my teammates that I would eventually get to know, but just like that mama-daughter bestie connection, I was nervous about like not having that, because at the end of the day, for me, in my head, my mom was somebody I knew always had my back.
Always.
But I was going to a situation where I didn't have any friends coming with me. Like I knew people prior, but I wouldn't say we were friends. Where I knew somebody was going to have my back on that campus. So that was kind of like nerve-wracking, because you're stepping similar to how you felt like somewhere by yourself for the first time. But the exciting part is just new environment, new experience. I didn't deal with a strict parent, so the freedom thing. It was exciting, but it wasn't something that I was like restricted from growing up all that much. Yeah, I think that it was just overall exciting because it's just a new life. Like I keep telling you, you're about to start your life.
It is.
Like now.
It's a whole new world.
It is really a whole new world.
It's like a beginner's version of adulthood.
Yeah, definitely.
With like a safety net, right?
Yeah,
exactly. Hella safety
The
net.
meals, slept on.
Yeah,
enjoy every single one of them
that's
things.
true.
The house, the roof over your head, slept on. Because when you get out, you paying for all that. Food, shelter, transportation, all that. That stuff is covered in college.
Okay, so what's something that you like regret not doing in college, or do you have any regrets?
I have a regret starting college in an entanglement.
Right, in an entanglement. Don't go into college with the boyfriend.
Yes,
that's what I learned.
It's a mess. And because of it, I didn't venture out. So a lot of freshman parties, I missed. Like, I wasn't there.
My biggest regret, choosing a major just to be in a major.
A lot of people do that.
A lot of people do
I chose business management because it was broad. It covered a spectrum of things. It's like everything's a business, so like really I couldn't go wrong with a business management degree. But if I would have went back, I definitely would have chose either, because we had a very upper echelon music production class. It was a whole major that
I love music.
I love music. It was only until my later years of college
I was
that
gonna say,
realized,
Josh in college didn't know that though.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only until I took that one class my junior year that like sparked my interest. Of like, yo, I really like making music, and so I wish that I would have probably did more due diligence on their programs and what I wanted to do in the future, which I think is a very good lesson for everybody going into college. The one thing that you should focus your attention on, especially in those first 1-2 years, is what do you see yourself doing in the future?
Yeah.
Apply your career or like your major to that. Don't just go into a major.
There is a lot of people that like aren't using their major for what their current occupation is
Political
post-college.
science.
Yeah.
Don't use it.
Yeah.
Hospitality and tourism.
Well, honey.
Exactly.
No, I would have used it though. I was gonna be an event.
I mean, I was business management, and granted, I technically managed a restaurant, but like,
it wasn't
the major.
Yeah.
I could have gotten that same job with a
personality.
With a personality. Like, it wasn't because of my business degree. It was just because I had a degree.
Okay.
Advice on going to parties and big social gatherings, because there's like the safety aspect. There's like how do you like interact with other people there and stuff, because it's big.
I would definitely say, as a young lady, I always tell you, make sure you're rolling with somebody, especially at night. 100% when you're going to parties. I never went to a party by myself. Even the thought of like walking to a party by myself sounds ridiculous.
Scares me.
Yeah, so never that. I also say too, be super observant, because there might be townies. I don't know what your campus is like. Is there townies around?
There's
Like,
townies.
we had an issue with that.
Can
Like,
you
our
explain
school was,
townies versus the college students?
People that live in the surrounding area of the college but do not attend the college, but they will attend all the parties.
Right, they'll pop up. Yeah.
Those are considered townies. Now, those people usually can start drama, especially if you already have groups established. We ran into it. There was a whole fight that broke out over the street.
It was a brawl.
It was like our football team versus some townies that just came to the party.
And they have nothing to lose, which is why I'm saying be very cautious of just your environment and stuff. Because I feel like I always started peeping things about to pop off before they really did. Because I was relatively observant at parties and stuff. So paying attention to that type of stuff. Never leave your drink somewhere.
Don't even accept open drinks. Honestly, go investigate where the drinks are being had.
Usually college students have like a pregame somewhere.
Like the pregame, but like for women, I feel like it's different. For guys, it's like, okay, the chances of someone really trying to get me like that is minimal. But like for women, sadly enough, y'all fall victim to a lot of that stuff. So like the cans, make sure that they're the openable cans that haven't been tampered with, or like bottles that are still like fully closed. Open drinks from strangers is never a good choice.
But I think that it's good to go to these type of things, but you do have to be super aware, like, of all this stuff.
Especially as a young woman.
Yeah.
You just gotta be careful, because, like, as idealistic as it sounds to say that everybody in the world has your best interest, it's not the case.
Don't be naive. So, like, I know this is probably just like an obvious question, but for those who haven't really gone to a lot of huge parties, like, what do you do? Like, what happens at these parties? Like,
it might vary sometimes depending on the party, depending on the campus. At least, thankfully, at our school, people actually dance. There is this culture of like people standing on the wall, music is going, but it's just like people watching, which I think is really lame. You mingle and you dance with your girlfriends. Like
at our school, we were a small school, but we were all on the same type of time in terms of like we came to college to party. So like, yo, we come to college, we finna get it right. I don't want to say it's exactly like what you see in the movies, but there will be drinking.
Yeah,
there will more than likely be smoking.
100%.
And there might be a couple upper echelon drugs that you should really stay away from.
Oh my God, yes.
You should really stay away from those.
Like dancing.
There will be dancing. There will more than likely be somebody on the aux. There might be a good DJ. There might be a bad DJ.
Might be some nasty stuff going on.
There might be some, and it will be hot and sweaty.
Oh my God.
Oh, it'll be hot.
It will be hot and sweaty. There'll be too many people in that house, and it'll be so hot and sweaty.
Oh, tell us.
Don't wear heels. It's not worth it. It's usually parties. It's dark. It's late. Nobody's paying attention to your shoe game, and you more than likely are having to walk to get to these parties. Like, it's not even worth it. Some cute flats, or like gym shoes or whatever. Yes.
Yeah, because them parties, man.
Yeah, that's good advice. Because these girls be popping out for these parties.
They're gonna learn real quick. The stilettos are gonna go away within the first.
That cute stuff is not. I mean, the cute stuff is nice until it gets real hot and your feet get hard and tired, and
that's why people don't be dancing because they feet hurt.
I really don't like that flex culture though stuff. That like the stand on the wall, just like you there to just watch people and judge what the fun is happening.
Yeah.
Like you almost take away from it by just sitting there and judging.
Definitely.
Like, just get on the floor and dance, bro.
Yeah. That first month or that first semester, don't try to be the center of attention.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Like watch people.
Okay.
Just like. You don't always have to like sit back because that goes like hypocritical to what we're talking about of like not being the type of people to stand back and watch, but you don't have to be the center of attention in the sense where I feel like we all know those type of people. Like have to be the loudest in the room, want everybody to see them always. Like, or sometimes girls that travel in pack, it might be that one girl that's super loud and like trying to get attention from guys. I would personally like stray away from girls like that.
We all make fun of them.
Yeah.
Not only that, but like you get a lot of unwanted attention.
Yes, exactly.
It's not just attention that you want. It's a lot of unwanted attention too.
And for me, I always like observing how other people move, how they treat other people, and then I know if I want to even give you the time of day type of thing. So like not being the center of attention or not like that type of stuff allows you to see who is trying to be that, and then you know who to avoid.
Right.
Yeah.
I like that. What are the best places to get dorm essentials and decorations? Because I know, like in my group chat, people are like, we're already starting that process. Like I'm starting to create my registry. So we're about to be there in a month.
Are you excited?
Yes, I'm so excited.
I'm excited for you.
Oh my goodness.
What's funny is I feel like when I was going to college, I don't know if Amazon was as booming, which is crazy to think about within the last.
Amazon will go crazy.
That was almost 7 years ago. Freshman year was 7 years ago for us.
Amazon was not nearly.
It wasn't popping.
And it certainly wasn't doing no 2-day shipping.
No,
right.
So I was good. So that's obviously one. Amazon is really good, especially because you're not going to school in state. But like for me, when I was a freshman, Walmart was like my staple, and Bed Bath and Beyond. Like
Walmart was my only.
Walmart and Bed Bath and Beyond. I feel like it's actually kind of overhyped. Bed Bath and Beyond don't really have nothing too popping that you can't get off Amazon at this point. Amazon and Walmart.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about Target? What do you think about Target?
Target's bougie.
Well, you just went through. You decorated your
IKEA
house and this apartment. So IKEA.
If there's an IKEA close, IKEA be hitting. Especially with like the decor, they got some good fake plants, some good like art. If you saw the apartment tour, a lot of stuff that we got came from IKEA. It's nice. Now, granted, I'm sure y'all not building homes in college, but
and how big are your dorm rooms, by the way?
They're doubles with twin XLs. My dorm specifically is big. Like they gave us a micro fridge.
Oh, you have a fridge in there?
They gave us that.
Oh, God, I'm glad you told me that. I was thinking about getting you one. That's good. I had a couch my freshman year.
Oh, we didn't have enough room for that.
We didn't either, but I made it work. No, I had a roommate. I just like made my bed like a bunk bed without a bed underneath and like slid the
we can't do that. A&T doesn't have bunk beds.
That's crazy.
But get bed risers.
Yeah, bed risers are smart actually.
Bed risers.
And to put your storage and stuff. Yep.
I also feel like this generation of people, like they go all out for their dorm. It'll look like this apartment. It'll look amazing.
Yeah.
I will say, like, it is pretty decent to invest in your personal space because that's where you're gonna be spending a lot of time, either studying, sleeping.
True.
It's where you spend a third of your life is in sleep. So invest in good stuff. Like those squishy things for your mattress.
The foam mat.
Mattress pad.
Yes, get one of those. Trust me, because the mattresses they give you gonna be boo boo.
Yeah.
Last question. What should college students wear to class versus on the weekends? And like, can you give us some stores that we should shop on for college essentials?
Yes. Okay. For me, and yeah, you don't have dress code on your campus. Okay. I think that it's dope to go like athleisure to class.
Oh, athleisure.
Yes.
Can you describe the athleisure look?
Yeah, like joggers and maybe a crop top. No, actually, don't do crop top because honestly, too, some colleges I didn't know, but we had a dress code.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like the booty shorts, super tight quilt, like there was one college, I don't think it was ours, but there was one college that didn't even allow the girls to wear like yoga pants. I don't know if your college is like that, but athleisure is just be comfortable, maybe an oversized hoodie. I'm the type of person, this is just for me personally too, I'm the type of person, I like to move like that or wear those type of clothes, and then on the weekends pop out and people are like, oh, I didn't know you could pop out like that. Because you don't want to give people like your whole
every day
Shazam. Yeah, like show them you can be versatile and stuff.
I didn't feel like
we're guys.
For guys,
it's pretty simple.
It's simple. We are simple. Like, we get up, it could be sweatpants shirt, it could be jeans shirt.
It's the shoes that matter, I feel like.
I feel like it's the shoes that matter for guys. So like you have nice shoes. Now me, I wasn't that guy. So you really can't ask me. I wore Monarchs to gym class and I wore like regular Nikes. I wasn't a Jordan head or anything like that. So like most of the time when I was going to class or anything like that, it would be like sweats, t-shirt, hoodie.
That's the typical college wear to classes. Like who are you trying to impress? Other than presentations,
popping out for the professors.
Yeah, right. And these classes, the only thing I would say that's different for college classes versus like high school, the classes are longer. It doesn't take as much as your time up in terms of like the full day, but like the classes I think were at least like an hour and a half if I remember. So it's no point of being in tight jeans and like stuff like that. Like just go chill.
I can see it happening the first like
the first
2 weeks everybody's popping out to class, whatever, doing that.
Yeah.
Once you really get in the thick of it, you're like, this class was an hour long. I'm tired. I just woke up 5 minutes ago.
Absolutely.
I'm dead.
Absolutely.
Like I'm not dealing.
The weekends pop out.
The weekend, yeah. Go
like
on.
what are some examples of pop out outfits? Because I really wanted to know like some good kind of outfits.
I think dresses are
cute.
Yes.
Fitted dresses are good.
Yes.
For guys, just put on some nice shoes, put that cologne on, maybe a button up.
Yes, definitely add perfume. I feel like I wasn't into that as a college girl, but I think that would be cute. Have a little nice scent and stuff. Yes. But yeah, like cute dresses, kind of fitted jeans, maybe crop top vibes sometimes.
Hair, nails, makeup.
Yeah, like that's pop out.
So what are some, because I'm about to go on a shopping spree to get my clothes for college. So what are some stores that you would recommend? I know Zara.
I did.
Definitely
Zara
into that.
Yes, Zara's fire. Don't do Fashion Nova, but think Fashion Nova vibes.
Don't do fashion.
Yeah, because they steal from black designers and stuff. So I'm not gonna promote
Pretty Little Thing.
But like Pretty Little Thing, Shein, those like get affordable. I mean, I feel like college is pretty trendy, fast fashion-ish. I shouldn't be promoting it, but that really is what it is. And you guys are college students, so y'all ain't got money to be buying Zara all the time or high quality stuff. But I would say maybe try to invest in like 1 to 3 nice pair of jeans. Instead of like buying a whole bunch of fast fashion jeans because like they're gonna die eventually. Right, they're not reliable. But yeah, I think that Shein, Pretty Little Things, a little bit of Zara. Oh, Akira is nice too. They have a website and they have a lot of. That's where I get my Yeezy dupes.
Oh,
yeah, they have a nice like shoe selection.
Well, speaking of shoes, what are like some staple shoes?
Air Force Ones.
Air Force Ones, of course.
You talking about for ladies?
Yeah, for girls.
Yeah, Air Force Ones. If you are gonna do heels, if it's one of those type of functions, chunky heels only. Never do the skinny. You're gonna look ridiculous at the end of the night.
At least one pair.
Because your feet is gonna
at least
kick
one pair of Converse or Vans.
Something flat. Yeah.
Something flat. At least one pair of Converse or Vans.
And then because does it snow and stuff?
It's 4 seasons in North Carolina, but it's in a long winter, an intense winter.
A nice pair of Uggs would be nice.
Oh yeah.
I think Uggs are a staple. Air Force Ones pretty much go with like dressing up. Well, I wouldn't say dressing up, but like you can wear it with a dress or with pants. Like Josh said, like a flat pair of shoes, some sandals. Oh my gosh, wear those in the shower.
Whoa!
Everybody should have sandals.
Talk about that.
Whoa!
You didn't have that question.
Because I don't have community showers.
Oh, you don't?
I don't.
Oh,
but we can talk about it for y'all.
No, like you do not know what takes place on bathroom floors.
Let's talk
you need
about
to be wearing slides at all times when you go to the bathroom.
100%.
a little cheap pair like the little Nike slides or these slides, whatever. Just have slides on. That barefoot stuff is for the bird. You're gonna have fungus on your foot. Do not do it.
So you don't have community?
No, because of my scholarship, I'm in a specific dorm and I share it with my roommate, and that's it.
That's dope.
I mean, in boarding school though, I did have a communal shower.
Okay.
So I wore the shower shoes. I would say if you have a communal shower, get the caddy.
Oh, you have to have a caddy.
People are gonna leave their hair and stuff in there. It's nasty, so you might want to bring some wipes with you.
I do not miss that part.
Mentally prepare yourself for your roommate's ugly habits. Everybody has an ugly habit.
Yeah, we gotta talk about roommates. When you first get on campus with your roommate, what should you do?
Okay, well, I thought it was dope because at St. Francis, they made, I don't know, everybody should have went through it as a freshman. The RA had to bring you and your roommate to the room and y'all kind of like establish rules that you agree on. Do you roommate contract? Yeah, like a roommate contract, right? So if your school does that, that's dope, but if they don't enforce that, then like do that with your roommate for sure. Like ask, well, first, instead of just being direct, like, I want you to do this, I don't know, just be like, so what are you basically expecting from me as your roommate? Like, let's have this talk.
Are you, like, do you listen to music at night? Like, what time do you get up normally in the morning?
Right.
It's like, what should I be, like, is there some kind of weird habit that I need to deal with? Because there was some weird stuff that takes place. You don't understand how weird people are behind closed doors until you get behind closed doors with a stranger.
And messy. And dirty.
Messy,
Yeah, it gets real weird. And so, like, just be prepared to deal with somebody's weird habit. If you can't deal with it, just get in contact with your RA and find a new roommate.
But I will say, because I went to boarding school, so I have had 3 roommates. And I will say, like, your room is supposed to be your peace. So if you feel like you have an issue with your roommate, it's something small, like, oh, she left something in the sink or something, like she left hair in the shower, and you don't want to talk to her about it, instead you just keep it in, that's gonna, like, manifest, like, talk to your roommate, nip the issue in the butt and get it resolved, because I literally had to move out over, like, unpeaceful environment. You don't want to have that. I mean, some issues were really big, but others are small.
Yeah, me having to move out my freshman year, that was actually,
much bigger than small.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, and that's just unacceptable.
So,
on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you? And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how nervous are you?
I would say, I feel like because I went to boarding school, I'm just already used to, like, being independent from my parents and all that stuff, and, like, I'm not really around my family all the time. I would say I'm excited, like, an 8 out of 10, because freedom from mom, freedom from her, she won't watch this. And then I would say I'm nervous about, honestly, the boys, because I went to all-girls boarding school. I really am. I just don't want to get played or be in any drama over boys. Like, I'm not used to being with them in the classroom, so I say that's what I'm nervous about. And just, like, fitting in, because it's an HBCU, you know, I've been in PWIs, like, predominantly white space in my whole life. So I feel like that's going to be an adjustment for me. It's going to be a culture shock, to be honest with you.
You think so?
I think so.
But you already have a group, though.
I do.
I feel like it'd be a culture shock if you knew nobody, like you were going on this campus, like, dang, you're naked.
No. Like, a culture shock in terms of, like, actually having black teachers that support you. Being around like-minded, smart black people. Like, I was used to always being the only one or the one of two. You know what I'm saying?
But it should be a good culture shock.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited for it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I need it.
Okay.
That's good. I had the same experience. I went to I was one of 5 black kids at my high school. So coming to college was also a nervous experience for me, because I was like, well, I'm finally going to be around more people like me, and I didn't understand the culture, and like a general sense of things. So then, like, coming into college again, I found myself at college, which is a really cool thing. And a lot of people will find themselves in college because
you're transitioning from a kid to an adult, honestly.
Yeah. I'm excited for that, though. I want to grow and develop. So. Oh my gosh, EC screws.
Oh, she's gonna start.
Okay, let's close this.
We're gonna go ahead and close this video out before the waterworks start. Really appreciate you, Maya, for hosting. Asking these questions. If you guys want a part 2 with Miss Maya asking some more college questions, if you thought this was helpful or insightful, go ahead and leave that down in the comment section below. We have plenty of more lit content coming for you guys. Maya's not going anywhere anytime soon. So we got more content coming with her in the future as well. We did hear in the last video they wanted a nighttime tour of the apartment. So
it's lit at night.
We might just give you guys what you want, so stay tuned. But yeah. Other than that, if you don't already know, I'm Hydrated Hero. She's Isimeme Edeko. This is I guess I'll put your.
I guess we can.
Oh my gosh.
I guess I'll put it in this one. But you can follow one of us. You can follow 2 of us. Or you could follow all three of us. You might as well follow all three of us because we are happy, healthy, and hydrated on all three. But other than that, y'all, until we meet again, peace, love,
love,
hair grease, and we out. What up, y'all? Josh and EC here once again with another quality.
I know. Am I supposed to say it? I thought, okay. Y'all need to introduce me. Then maybe I should walk into the video and come in.
Love. We're not loving on each other.
Okay, hey, I can come in here.
Love on you. Can't love on you. Y'all love on each other.
Okay.
Oh my God.
College is a very tricky place. I'm telling you, it's like a big old dating pool. Like trying to figure out like what you like, what you don't like, who you like, what's your type, kind of thing. Where you going in life? Like you figure out all that stuff over the course of 4 years, and then they like scoot you out the door and say, "Go live life."
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, subscribe. Hey, new video. Hey, it's